Good morning, and a very warm welcome to everyone here today. It is truly an honor to stand before the senior leadership of Crosston University at what is, without question, a pivotal moment in this institution's history. My name is Samuel Downs, and on behalf of the Quality Assurance Consulting Group, I am delighted to present our strategic framework for transitioning the MA in Educational Leadership to full online delivery. This is simply not a logistical exercise, this is an opportunity to expand your reach, deepen your impact, and position Crosston University as a leader in high quality online postgraduate education in the Caribbean and beyond. So let's get started. Here is how we will journey together today. We will begin by exploring the accreditation and quality standards that will anchor our entire process, because a quality transition must be built on a quality foundation. From there, we will identify the key internal stakeholders who are essential to our success. I will then introduce you to the three distinguished experts who make up our consulting team and explain precisely why each belongs at this table. We will then walk through how we will prepare both your staff and your students before diving into the technology and infrastructure that will power this transformation. Let us begin. Before I name the specific frameworks we will use, I want to answer a question that some of you may be quietly thinking. Why do we need formal quality standards at all? Can we not simply move our existing courses online? The answer is no, not if we want to do it well. Research by Allen and Seaman 2017 consistently shows that online programs without rigorous quality frameworks suffer from lower retention, poor student satisfaction, and reputational damage. Three reasons stand out. First, accredited programs are globally recognized, protecting the value of your students' degrees. Second, quality frameworks mandate continuous improvement cycles, ensuring the program remains relevant and evidence-based. And third, they put students at the center, mandating accessibility, support services, and sound pedagogy that directly drive graduation rates. These are not bureaucratic boxes to tick. They are pillars of a sustainable, respected online program. Now, let us look at the first and most important quality standard we will use, the Quality Matters rubric. So, what exactly is Quality Matters? Think of it as a globally recognized checklist specifically designed to evaluate whether an online course has been built well. It is not about what is being taught, it is about how the course is designed and delivered. The QM rubric comprises 42 specific standards organized into 8 categories. These categories cover everything a well-designed online course needs, from how learning goals are written, to how students are assessed, to whether the course is accessible to all learners, to whether the right technology is being used. What makes QM especially powerful is that it does not work as a one-time inspection. It is a continuous, peer-reviewed process, meaning your faculty regularly evaluate and improve their courses based on evidence and feedback from trained reviewers. For Crosston University, adopting QM means every course in the online MA will be held to the same high standard, consistently and over time. That is the foundation of a credible, sustainable online program. Quality Matters alone is powerful, but we will strengthen it with two complementary frameworks. The second standard is the OSCQR scorecard, also known as the Open Sunny Course Quality Review Instrument. OSCQR provides 50 practical, action-oriented standards for refreshing and reviewing online course design, with a particular emphasis on active learning, interaction, and accessibility. What makes OSCQR especially viable for Crosston is its accessibility and adaptability, making it an excellent fit for Caribbean higher education institutions that must use resources wisely. Our third framework is UNESCO's Open Educational Resource Recommendation and Quality Framework for Online Learning, published in 2019. UNESCO's framework ensures that our program is not only technically sound, but also equitably designed. This encompasses inclusive access, localized content for Caribbean context, digital literacy, and sustainability. Together, QM, OSCQR, and UNESCO provide a three-layered quality assurance architecture that is robust, globally respected, and context-sensitive. No external consulting team, no matter how expert, can successfully transition a program without the right internal partners. Let me walk you through the 6 critical internal stakeholder groups who will be essential to this process. The senior leadership and the board of Crosston. Your role is indispensable. Strategic direction, policy approval, and resource allocation must come from the top. Without executive buy-in, the transition cannot be institutionalized or sustainably funded. Program directors and faculty are the heart of this work. They are the content experts and, importantly, the designers of the learning experience. They must be retrained and empowered as architects of online pedagogy. The IT and e-learning department manages the technical infrastructure, the learning management systems, cybersecurity, accessibility compliance, and technical support, all of which are essential to the online environment. Student services and advising must adapt to support learners in a digital environment, from orientation to mental health resources. The Registrar and Quality Assurance Office will manage documentation, compliance reporting, and accreditation submissions. And finally, library and learning resources must guarantee that students have 24/7 digital access to all the research tools they need, because distant learners cannot just walk into a library at 2 a.m. in the morning, but they may still need a journal article at that hour. I am delighted to introduce the 3 world-class experts who make up our consulting team, and I will explain precisely why each has been selected. Dr. A. W. Tony Bates is one of the most widely cited authorities on online learning strategy in the world. As the author of Teaching in a Digital Age, he brings a framework-driven, evidence-based approach to strategic planning for online education. His sections model will guide our technology selection decisions, and his faculty development frameworks will directly shape our staff training program. Dr. D. Randy Garrison co-developed the Community of Inquiry Framework, which is a research-validated model that identifies 3 essential presences in effective online learning: social presence, cognitive presence, and teaching presence. For a postgraduate leadership program where deep critical thinking and professional dialogue are paramount, Dr. Garrison's expertise is not merely useful, it is essential. And finally, we have Dr. Brenda Gurley, former Vice Chancellor of the Open University in the United Kingdom. She brings unparalleled experience in scaling high-quality distance education across diverse, resource-varied learner populations. Her insight will be particularly invaluable given Crosston's Caribbean context, where connectivity, device access, and learner diversity are real considerations. Here you can see how our consulting team's work is structured across the 12-month transition. In the first 2 months, Dr. Bates leads the needs assessment, conducting gap analysis, stakeholder interviews, and technology audits. From months 3 to 5, Dr. Garrison takes the lead on curriculum and course design, developing QM-aligned course blueprints and integrating the Community of Inquiry framework into every unit. Dr. Growley leads the policy and accessibility review in months 4 through 6, ensuring the program meets UDL principles and sources appropriate open educational resources. In months 5 through 7, Dr. Bates and Garrison co-lead the staff training program, and in the final phase of months 8 through 10, the full team oversees the pilot launch, student feedback collection, and our comprehensive QA audit report. Every phase is documented for the accreditation submission. Now, let us talk about preparation, beginning with your staff, because no technology, no framework, and no expert team can compensate for faculty who are not ready to teach online effectively. Our staff preparation approach unfolds in 4 deliberate steps. Step 1 is a digital readiness survey, which is a diagnostic survey administered to all faculty and support staff to identify skill gaps, technology access issues, and attitudinal barriers. Some faculty may be anxious or resistant, and we need to know that up front. Step 2 is a tiered professional development program that will move from foundational digital literacy to LMS proficiency to advanced online pedagogy. Progress is benchmarked against QM standards. Step 3 is online teaching certification. All faculty teaching in the online MA will be required to earn certification from a recognized body before the program launches. And step 4 is a faculty mentorship and community of practice, which will pair experienced online educators with those transitioning and create a sustained space for peer collaboration and reflective practice. This is how we build a culture, not just competence. The professional development program is delivered through a structured series of 4 workshop phases, each lasting 3 weeks. Phase 1 introduces faculty to the foundations of online pedagogy and learning management systems navigation. Phase 2 focuses on applying QM standards to design course blueprints. The faculty will leave with a complete course architecture document. Phase 3 moves into multimedia content creation and accessibility. The faculty will learn to produce captioned videos, design accessible PDFs, and create open educational resources. Phase 4 addresses assessment design and the use of LMS analytics to monitor and support student learning. All workshops are designed using universal design for learning principles. This will be available in person, synchronously online, and asynchronously, modeling the very flexibility we expect faculty to build into their own courses. Our consultants will co-facilitate each phase, demonstrating best practice in real time. Preparing students for online learning is equally critical, perhaps even more so because students who are not ready for the online learning environment are students at risk of dropping out. Our student preparation strategy has 6 components. First, a pre-enrollment technology readiness check identifies students who lack adequate devices or connectivity and addresses those gaps before the first class begins. Second, a mandatory student orientation program, which is a self-paced online course that introduces the LMS, academic integrity, time management strategies, and how to access the digital library. Third, a peer mentorship scheme which will connect incoming students with experienced online learners in the first semester, reducing isolation and building community. Fourth, a 24/7 help desk and student support, because postgraduate students studying while working cannot be limited to business hours support. Help must be available around the clock. Fifth, inclusive and accessible design. All content will comply with WCAG 2.1 AA standards, caption video, screen recorder compatible materials, and multiple format options. And 6, perhaps the most proactive element, a progress monitoring and early alert system that uses LMS analytics to flag at-risk students within the first 3 weeks, enabling advisors to intervene before a student falls behind or disengages. Now we turn to technology, and I want to be clear from the outset, technology is not the program, it is the environment in which the program lives. Choosing and configuring the right environment is, therefore, a critical decision. Our recommended platform is Canvas LMS, with Moodle as a viable open source alternative. Both are QM and SCORM compliant and widely adopted across Caribbean higher education institutions, which means your staff and students can draw on a rich ecosystem of peer support and resources. Canvas offers 4 core capabilities essential to the online MA. Its course management tools allow Moodle-based, multimedia-rich course construction. Its assessment suite includes rubric-based grading, Turnitin integration, peer review, and portfolio tools. Its communication tools, discussion forums, Zoom integration, and announcement channels sustain the social and teaching presence that Dr. Garrison's community of inquiry framework demands, and its analytics dashboard provides real-time engagement data to support early intervention. This is not a platform, it is a learning ecosystem. Beyond the LMS, a rich online program for postgraduate learners requires a carefully considered suite of video and communication tools. For lecture video production, we recommend Cultura, which integrates directly with Canvas and includes auto-captioning. For synchronous class sessions, Zoom for Education or Microsoft Teams provides FERPA-compliant video conferencing with breakout rooms and cloud recording, which are essential for live seminars and group discussions. Flip, formerly Flipgrid, enables short student video discussion posts, a particularly powerful tool for practitioner reflection in an educational leadership context, where sharing real-world leadership experiences is part of the learning itself. And for multimedia content hosting, institutional media servers or unlisted YouTube channels provide adaptive bitrate streaming, which is critical for students in areas where bandwidth may be limited. Research by Garrison and Vaughan and by Moore and Kearsley confirms that combining asynchronous video with synchronous live sessions produces the richest online experience for postgraduate cohorts. The learning experience can only be as good as the infrastructure that supports it. Here are the 6 infrastructure pillars we are recommending for Crosston. Cloud hosting on AWS or Azure for the learning management system guarantees 99.9% uptime, elastic scaling during assessment crunch periods, and geographic redundancy. The online program simply cannot go down during exams. Cybersecurity and data privacy, double SL encryption, multi-factor authentication, GDPR compliance, and regular penetration testing. Student data sovereignty is a non-negotiable. Bandwidth and connectivity support, partnering with local internet service providers to provide subsidized broadband for students who need it, and configuring offline capable LMS modules for areas prone to connectivity disruptions. Mobile first design. All content must be fully responsive on smartphones, which are the primary internet access device for many of your learners. IT Help Desk, 24/7 tiered support with defined service level agreements. Tier 1, issues resolved within 15 minutes. Tier 2, within 2 hours. Tier 3, within 24 hours. And finally, accessibility compliance using annual WCAG 2.1 AA audits and screen reader testing for every course before it launches. Inclusion is not a slide in a presentation. It is a commitment that must be embedded in every course, every assessment, and every support service. Our framework for achieving this is Universal Design for Learning, or UDL. UDL organizes inclusive design around 3 principles, which you can see right here. Multiple means of representation, presenting content in multiple formats, caption video, text alternatives, adjustable font sizes, multilingual glossaries. Not everyone processes information in the same way. Multiple means of action and expression, offering students choices in how they demonstrate their learning. Written essays, video reflections, podcasts, case study analysis. This values diverse strengths. Multiple means of engagement, connecting content to local Caribbean leadership contexts, enabling student-led discussions, and recognizing prior professional experience. This is how we make learning feel relevant, not abstract. These principles, grounded in CAS UDL guidelines and UNESCO's OER recommendation, ensure that the online MA is accessible not just in the technical sense, but in the deepest human sense. A quality transition is not a destination, it is an ongoing journey. Our evaluation strategy is built on the plan, do, check, act cycle of continuous quality improvement. We plan by setting QA objectives, defining standards, identifying key performance indicators, and assessing risks at the outset of each phase. We do by implementing the transition plan, delivering workshops, launching the pilot, and deploying the technology. We check by collecting student and staff feedback, analyzing LMS data, and conducting quality matters peer reviews. And we act by applying the improvements, revising course designs, updating policies, and preparing our comprehensive accreditation report. Evaluation reports will be submitted to the Quality Assurance Office, senior leadership, and the accrediting body at 6-month intervals. This is not an evaluation for its own sake. It is the mechanism by which Crosston University maintains its commitment to excellence in perpetuity. On slides 17 and 18, you will find our complete reference list formatted in APA 7th edition. The scholars whose work has underpinned every recommendation in this presentation are present: Bates, Garrison and Bond, Moore and Kearsley, UNESCO, CAS, and others. These represent the gold standard of research in online and distance education. And here is the second page of references for this presentation. Distinguished members of the Crosston University leadership team, the opportunity before you is significant. The framework we have presented today is grounded in global best practice, tailored to your unique Caribbean context, and supported by an expert team committed to walking this journey with you. We are excited about what Crosston University can become, and we are ready to begin. Thank you very much.